Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I didn't leave a letter. I didn't grab a suitcase. I didn't slam a single door. I simply set the ring down on the table and walked away. Because when the person you imagine forever with betrays your trust, silence often speaks louder than any explanation ever could. For an entire year I disappeared. No texts. No calls. No explanations. No closure. I convinced myself she had moved forward, found someone new, built a life without me. Until the day she came back. Eyes swollen, voice trembling, hands shaking as she asked me for another chance. We were only 2 months away from getting married. Invitations already mailed. Venue paid. My suit fitted, her dress waiting in the closet like a promise we both once believed in. People always said we were meant for each other, and I believed it more than anyone. She made me trust love again. She made everyday moments feel special. Morning coffee, whispered secrets, shared dreams late at night. But even a perfect picture can shatter when honesty disappears. It began quietly. A little distance. A call she forgot to return. A sudden weekend trip she never mentioned until the last minute. And the way she'd avoid my eyes whenever I asked the simplest question. Are you sure you're okay? She'd smile, tell me she was overwhelmed, exhausted, stressed from wedding details. I wanted to take her word for it. I wanted to trust her so badly it hurt. But deep down something didn't sit right. And then one night, the truth appeared on its own. Her phone was on the table, screen lit, not locked. A message slid across the display from a name I didn't recognize. Can't stop thinking about last weekend. When can I see you again? Right beneath it, her reply. I miss you too. This is harder than I expected. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just stared at those words until they blurred. Then I slid off the engagement ring, the one I saved months to buy, the one I thought she'd wear for decades, and placed it in the middle of the kitchen table. The most honest act left in a home full of secrets. Then I walked out. I cut all contact, moved to another state, changed my number, vanished from everyone's radar. Not even my closest friend knew where I went. I needed space, space where nothing reminded me of her. Healing was slow, painful. But little by little, I pieced myself back together. I stopped scrolling through old photos. Stopped replaying conversations. Stopped torturing myself with memories that now felt like lies. I rebuilt my life. Found a new job. Started running. Finished books I once abandoned. And somewhere in the quiet, I rediscovered something I had forgotten existed. It didn't erase everything, but it made room for something I hadn't focused on in a long time, me. Then came the knock. A Saturday morning. I had just returned from a run. I wasn't expecting anyone. But there she was. Standing at my door with her hair pulled back, eyes red, hands trembling. For a moment she didn't speak, she just looked at me like she was afraid I'd disappear again. You look different, she finally whispered. I didn't answer. Can I come in? I let her inside, not because forgiveness suddenly surfaced, but because parts of me still held unanswered questions. She stepped in like she was walking through a life she no longer recognized, taking in my new apartment, the books lined on the shelf, the quiet I had created without her. I never thought you'd actually leave, she said. I let out a laugh, dry, sharp, the kind that comes from old wounds. I didn't think I'd have to. Her eyes filled with tears. I made the worst mistake of my life. No, I said. You made several. Over and over. She winced. Then she reached into her bag and pulled out the ring. The same one I left behind. I kept it, she said. Because I couldn't let go. Not really. You let go the second you let someone else touch you, I replied. Her shoulders slumped, and for a moment we stood in silence just like the night I walked out. Then she spoke softly. I didn't come to beg. I came to finally tell the truth. I was terrified. You loved me so deeply, so sincerely, and I didn't think I deserved any of it. So I ruined it before I had to risk losing it. A tear slid down her cheek. But I never stopped loving you. And I believed her. Not the way I once did, but I believed her pain. I believed her regret. I believed the broken version of her standing in front of me. But love doesn't always fix what's been destroyed. So, what now? She whispered. I took a breath and looked right at her. Now we both heal on our own. She nodded. Didn't plead. Didn't argue. Just accepted it. I'll regret what I did for the rest of my life, she said quietly. But I'll always be grateful for what we had. Then she walked out. This time the silence didn't hurt. It felt finished. So if you're listening to this, if someone breaks you and you choose to walk away, don't doubt yourself. Don't apologize for protecting your peace. And if they return with the truth, listen if you need to, Not for them, but for your own closure. Because closure doesn't always mean getting back together. Sometimes it's just finally being able to look at your pain and say, I'm done. And I'm free. If this story resonates with you, leave a comment. You're not alone. And you deserve a love that never makes you question your worth. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.